Have you ever had that feeling like you're just reacting to your life instead of actually directing it? What if you had this tireless ally, working for you 24/7, handling all the boring stuff so you could finally focus on what really matters to you? Well, something huge is shifting in how we all relate to technology, and it's putting that exact power right into your hands. For centuries, it felt like these giant institutions held all the keys, right? Well, take a look at this. That old pyramid of power, it's fracturing. And that's not just a cool metaphor, it's a real opportunity. The very tools that used to concentrate power are now empowering individuals, people just like us. In the space that's opening up, we can actually build lives of real freedom and purpose.
Okay, so let's dive in. Think of this explainer as your roadmap. We're going to start with a new language for talking to AI that's really just emerging right now. Then we'll cover the 2 core skills you absolutely need to command it. After that, we'll connect the dots on why this matters for your personal freedom. And finally, we'll get practical and actually build your very first AI agent. Your journey really does start now.
All right, first up, just recently, the way we interact with AI has completely changed. It's gone from being a passive tool to a truly proactive partner. For years, we treated AI like a really smart calculator or, a search engine. We'd ask it a question and it'd spit back a single answer. Kind of like a recipe book. You give it exact instructions, you get one thing back. It was useful, sure, but it was limited. But now, well, that has totally changed. AI has evolved. It's no longer just the recipe book. It's more like a skilled assistant right there in your kitchen. It doesn't just answer your questions, it can now take action, it can plan out steps, and it can work towards the goals you set for it. It's basically become your own personal digital workforce. And listen, this isn't science fiction. Not long ago, a company called Anthropic unveiled an AI model so good at reasoning and getting things done that they actually limited its public release at first. Instead, they used it defensively in something called Project Glasswing to secure critical systems. This is all the proof we need. AI has hit a whole new level, what we call agentic AI. It can reason, it can plan, and it can act. So, this powerful new capability is officially here. But how do you actually use it? Well, it all comes down to learning 2 core skills. These are your keys to the kingdom.
And that's the crucial question, isn't it? If this agentic AI is out there, how can you, a busy parent, a creative artist, a small business owner, how can you actually unlock this power without needing a degree in computer science? The answer, believe it or not, is simpler than you think. The first skill is something we call advanced prompting. And really, it's just the art of giving clear instructions. Instead of a vague request, you give the AI a specific role to play, the context of your situation, and a super clear goal. You're not just a user anymore, you're the director.
Now, this second skill, honestly, it feels like magic. It's called vibe coding. This is where you describe what you want in plain, everyday English, and the AI literally builds the tool or the automation for you, no code required. This is a complete game changer for non-experts, and tools like Black Box AI are making it incredibly easy to do. Let's look at the actual difference here. The old way, asking, write me a budget, that's a passive request. The new agentic way gives a role and a specific actionable goal. Build a tracker that texts me. You see the difference? One gives you a document, the other gives you a working system that helps you in real time. Okay, so we've got the skills, but let's talk about the why. Why does mastering this new language matter so much? This is where we connect these tools to the bigger idea, the path to your own personal sovereignty. See, once you master this language of command, you shift from being a passive consumer, endlessly trying new apps and getting stuck, to being an active architect. You're no longer just using AI. You are directing a digital workforce that is built specifically for your life, your goals, and your needs. Let's make this really concrete. For a small business owner, it means an AI agent can handle all the scheduling and client follow-ups, freeing you up to actually focus on your craft. Or for a single parent, it could mean automating meal planning and budgeting, giving you back those precious evening hours with your family. This isn't just about being more efficient. It's about reclaiming your time and your energy.
Right, enough theory. It's time to get our hands dirty. In this next section, we're going to use what we call the sovereign blueprint to build your very first simple AI agent. This is where the magic really happens. And I want to be really clear about this. This is not something that takes weeks to learn. We can turn these ideas into a real working tool for your life in less than 45 minutes. You can absolutely do this right now.
The workflow is surprisingly simple. First, you'll go to a vibe coding tool like Blackbox AI and paste in a clear agentic prompt. Second, and this is so important, you review the output. You are always the boss. Third, you can connect the results to an automation tool to make it act in the real world. And finally, you save and tweak that prompt. It becomes this living instruction that just gets better and better over time. And here's what a prompt can look like. You can literally just copy and paste the structure, filling in the details of your own life. For instance, I am a creative artist. Build a tool that generates 5 social media post ideas from my latest artwork description. It's just a simple recipe you can customize for anything you can imagine. So to get started, you only need a few simple tools. We recommend Blackbox AI for turning your plain English ideas into reality. Then a tool like Go High Level can take those outputs and create automated workflows, like sending you that text alert. And something like 11 Labs can turn any summary or plan into a spoken briefing you can listen to on the go. So, there you have it. You now have the concept, the skills, and the blueprint. You understand the language of command. The journey to sovereign intelligence truly starts now. And you are the architect. So let's just recap the key takeaways here. First, a new kind of AI that actually acts on your behalf is now accessible. Second, the 2 skills you need to command it are advanced prompting and vibe coding. And maybe the most important thing, this isn't some distant dream. You can build your first agent today. But as you start this journey, please remember this critical guardrail. Always review every output. AI is an incredibly powerful tool, a partner even, but it's not perfect. You have to remain the final decision maker. You are in charge. This whole thing is about amplifying your judgment, not replacing it. We started with that image of a fracturing pyramid. The old structures of control are giving way. So the final question is really for you. What will you build in the space it leaves behind? What parts of your life are you going to reclaim? What vision are you going to bring to life? And as you think about that, get ready for our next explainer. We're going to take these skills we've learned today and apply them to one of the most important areas of life, your money. We'll show you how to turn AI into your personal financial ally, moving you from stress to sovereignty. We'll see you then.